Congress didn't define the term.
See, this is who he is. He obsessed over the term operate in the frozen trucker case, whether or not he had permission from his supervisor, from his employer, Trans Am, to operate his vehicle. Here, he obsesses over the word. He doesn't say. Well, they don't say what the word is. They don't define it. So I get to make the decision, and I decide that Hobby Lobby does not have to provide the insurance plans to women that come with contraception cover. This guy is a parser. He's a parser, and he is one of those. Listen, I live with a lawyer. Of course, I'm a great debater, so it doesn't bother me. But there are people that know when you talk to a lawyer, especially if you're married to one, or if both of you are one, or that in the middle of an argument you'll say, "Don't lawyer me. Don't lawyer me," because that means you're parsing, you're taking words out of context, reinterpreting that word and standing upon that word as being something that needs further definition in order to complete the conversation. And that's who Neil Gorsuch is. He is a guy who just obsesses over a single word in a large piece of legislation in order to make his argument that that Hobby Lobby is not a person. Hobby Lobby is a corporation. Corporations are not people, and they are not endowed by their creator with certain inalienable rights the way that the workers are. The workers are people, and they are entitled to their privacy rights under the Constitution. This man went through major contortions saying that, well, they didn't define what a corporation was, and we don't know under law if corporations are people. Oh, yes, we do. They're not. You know how we know? They don't need contraception. They don't get colonoscopies. Oh, tomorrow I find out the results of my fabulous adventure into the outpatient center. Yeah, my colonoscopy, I find out tomorrow morning. But, it's like amazing to me. That's who he is. He is a parser. Here, just listen to this. And he says it. Look at that face. You can't even you can't even get mad at that face. Do you know? Let's I just listen to
Sundays, though, it costs them a lot.
Okay, they close on Sundays.
And they came to court and said we're entitled to protection, too, under that law. It's a tough case. We looked at the law, and it says any person with a sincerely held religious belief is basically protected except for strict scrutiny. What does person mean in that statute? Congress didn't define the term.
Oh, bite me. The United States of America has a definition of corporation in the law. I know this because I am one or have one, but, well, I shouldn't say I am one. I should say I have one, but it isn't me. It's an entity. In law, it doesn't need a colonoscopy. I do. It doesn't need breast exams. I do. It can't get pregnant. All right, that's debatable at this point. I'll give you that. Do you see what I mean? This is a contortionist. So anyway, he was for Hobby Lobby. And of course, Scalia said, yeah, corporations are people. Mitt Romney said,
corporations are people, my friend.
And the difference between them and us is...
people are people.
Thank you. It's just that simple. All right, Rick in Nevada.
Oh, hey.
Hi.
I had no idea I was in Nevada, Randy. Amazing. That's
Where are you?
Though. I'm in L.A.
Oh, how did that go? Howard.
That's all right. Don't worry about it.
I don't even know how he gets to some of these things he puts into the screen. I mean, all I ask him is your name and where you're calling from, and
they can be very intimidating.
Well, he moves you all over the country in his head, in his mind.
Well, they both start. Both cities start with the letter L, so there you go.
Las Vegas. I didn't even get. Oh, Las Vegas and
Los Angeles
and Los and Los. Okay, I'll give
there.
him.
There you go. Anyway,
okay.
we'll give Howard a break there. Anyway, this Gorsuch guy scares the hell out of me. It reminds me a lot of, when John Roberts was presented as like this, great judge and so forth, and he would just call the balls and strikes.
Uh-huh.
Wouldn't be a judicial activist, and, again, they both come out of Central Casting. They're very handsome men.
He is.
And very affable,
Mm-hmm.
The problem is it's like they're basically wolves in sheep's clothing, Randy.
I know.
I mean, I suspect that if this trucker had stayed in his cab and frozen to death, and somehow the case had made its way up to the 10th Circuit for, let's say, some kind of a wrongful death claim. I don't think it would, because that's not really a federal claim, but let's assume it had made its way to the 10th Circuit. He would have somehow found a reason why the trucker acted unreasonably and should have just left and taken unhitched the trailer from the cab and driven off.
I think you're right. He's a parser, and he will lawyer something based on he's got this pattern in practice that I can already see from looking into him for the last 5 weeks or so, that he literally obsesses on a word in a piece of legislation, and